Hey guys, Woods Farm here, Project 222. This is episode 27. Today we're going to be working on some of the little small things that we need to do to finish up the crew compartment. We're really working hard to try to get that finished off and completely enclosed. So stick around and check it out. Okay, so I got these smaller plates basically fit in place here in the back. There's still a few areas that need to get welded, but more or less it's complete. Next thing we got to work on is patterning out and fabricating that very last floor plate that goes over the transmission. It's been a long time coming, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so here's the piece that we patterned and cut out. Just test fitting it here. This floor plate goes over the transmission and finishes off the floor right back to the rear firewall. We're just playing around with ideas of how we're going to frame up around this and create a firewall. You can see there's the battery shelf. We are going to make a small access hatch on this side. It's going to allow us to get easy access to the battery. The section on the passenger side, that's just going to be solid. There's no reason to get access over there. And part of the framework is going to also allow us to put a mesh or a grill across the radiator. Okay, now we're going to make a framework for the rear firewall panels. We're also going to make a structure that's going to support the screen that's going to cover up the radiator. We're going to do this before we actually weld down the floor plate. And pattern out the passenger side firewall panel. Now that that's done, we're going to get it cut out, and while we're working on that, we're going to pattern out the driver's side and get that panel cut out too. Here you can see what the pattern looks like on the passenger side, so we're going to go ahead and get back to work. Okay, there's our progress today. We finally got that last panel for the floor there at the back cut out and installed. Maybe a little bit more welding to do, but it's in place, covering up the transmission. So the floor is completely done. And we finally got these patterned out, these two panels for the back firewall. There's the passenger side. We still have to create a bracket to hold the transmission oil cooler. So we're going to do that before we weld this panel in place, because that cooler just gets kind of mounted sort of high up and in behind there. So that'll be easier to do, but once that's done, we'll permanently weld that panel in place. Now the driver's side here, we've got to cut a hatch to access the battery. So that still needs to happen, but both the panels are fit and ready to go. Okay guys, we're going to wrap this video up here. We made a ton of progress today working on the Scout car. Really cool to see those back firewalls start to take shape, and we finally got to get that floor plate in, get that finished, so that was good. We're going to be continuing to work on the project throughout the winter, so if this is the kind of content you're interested in, think about subscribing to the channel and possibly clicking the bell so you get notifications and you don't miss any upcoming videos. If you're new to the channel and just watching the project, make sure you go back and take a look at some of the other videos. I'll leave a link right up here. I'm going back to the very first Scout car video. In the next episode, we're going to be continuing to finish those firewalls, and at some point we're going to be moving towards the front again and working on that bulkhead to kind of completely seal off the crew compartment. So make sure to come back and check that out. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. We really appreciate the feedback. It's great to see people comment on the progress and ask questions about the project. As always, thanks for watching. 28 or 27? Fuck. 25 is the recap. 26, I just did 27.